Rain Rose presents Graffiti Love. Dive into the captivating diaries of relationships where truth and fiction intertwine, unraveling vivid and unfiltered micro-tales of love. Each stroke tells a story, and every page opens your heart to a kind of love that exists from the colorful depths of the soul. Explore a love that knows no boundaries. Welcome to Graffiti Love Diaries, where every stroke of emotion is a masterpiece.
The sizzle of butter danced in the pan, mimicking the nervous flutter in my stomach. This morning, unlike any other, breakfast was taking a back seat to the unexpected arrival of Jawan. He typically graced the building with his presence only after I'd left for work, wielding his toolbox and a quiet efficiency. But today, the clanging of tools echoed earlier than usual. He mentioned a plumbing issue in the master bathroom, a task he was determined to tackle before anything else. I did fill out a maintenance form for a plumber to fix the irritating dripping coming from my shower head. Maybe that's why he was here so early, a knight in slightly rusty armor, ready to slay the leak himself. I had to loosen the belt on my robe, melting like the butter in the pan, jonesing over this silver fox who had no idea I thought he was hotter than the Georgia sun. The idea of him working with his sleeves rolled up, sweat beading on his forehead, sparked a warmth within me that had nothing to do with the stovetop. Ever since I moved in, Jawan, the maintenance man, had become the unexpected spice in my mundane routine. The sounds of running water and the rhythmic clinking of tools fueled my curiosity. Was he summoning a plumber or taking the task on his sexy self? Man, I had to slide him a towel or something. No way was I gonna let this chance to get a bit closer just slip through my fingers again. Curiosity, a potent ingredient in any recipe, was already bubbling over. I tiptoed towards the bathroom, like a chef peeking into a forbidden pantry. Dear God, why is he so fine? The frosted glass door offered a blurry glimpse, a tantalizing preview of what awaited me behind the shower wall. There he stood, blissfully unaware of my gaze, showering in the steam-filled enclosure. In that clandestine moment, I found myself indulging in an act that bordered on recklessness. The bathroom mirror became my window, offering a voyeuristic peek across a boundary crossed by both fascination and undeniable attraction. The heat on the stovetop seemed to pale in comparison to the intensity of my forbidden glance. My eyes traced the lines of his physique, every ripple a whispered invitation. It was a masterpiece sculpted by nature, a playground for light and shadow to engage in an alluring dance. His movements under the cascading water were a symphony of sensuality, each flick of a muscle igniting a fire that had long slumbered within me. Every droplet clinging to his skin held the promise of an unexplored intimacy, sending goosebumps erupting across my skin. As he ran his fingers through his salt and pepper hair, a silent ballet unfolded. My own body thrummed with the desire for this mature, enigmatic man, a silver fox, whose magnetism pulsed with every beat of my heart. It felt like stumbling upon a hidden treasure I alone could appreciate in its raw, unadulterated beauty. Suddenly, as if sensing my gaze, his eyes met mine through the reflection in the mirror. My breath hitched, the heat now rising not just from the pan, but from the flush spreading across my cheeks. His voice, deep and inviting, cut through the steam-filled air.
Would you like to join me?
My mind scrambled, the carefully planned ingredients of my morning routine turning into a chaotic mess. My body, however, responded with an undeniable tug towards his presence. The question hung in the air, tempting me. A glorious bite of him waiting to be taken. I stammered, desperately trying to salvage the breakfast situation. No, I was just leaving you a towel. I'ma go check on my eggs. A knowing smile played on his lips, a silent acknowledgement of the unspoken tension that crackled between us. With a slowness that heightened every nerve ending, he reached out, the gesture and invitation far more tempting than words. As the shower door swung open, steam billowing outwards like a theatrical entrance, I released a pent-up breath. A mixture of awe and desire hung in the air, clinging to me like the forgotten aroma of burnt onions. Just then, the shrill of the smoke alarm pierced the sensual bubble we had woven. It was a harsh reality check, a burnt toast moment that shattered the delicious tension. With a sigh, I abandoned the smoking man and raced to the kitchen, the phantom touch of Jawan's presence lingering like an aphrodisiac aftertaste. The breakfast I had dreamt up was charred, symbolizing the fleeting chance that now weighed like a dense fog in the atmosphere. As I waved at the smoke alarm to quiet its noise, an epiphany struck me. Just as some passions ignite fiercely, those that are neglected simmer away into oblivion. Jawan entered the kitchen, sporting a slick grin.
I fixed your shower problem,
he announced, his smile wide. When I say butterflies took flight in my stomach,
it's all set now, working perfectly. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
He let himself out, leaving behind a slight whisper of hope for a potential connection and the thick stink of burnt eggs.
And so it came to pass that such a morning's mess, a diary for a Pulitzer-worthy story, captured the essence of human connections, fleeting yet profound. It was a reminder that sometimes in the most ordinary moments, we find the extraordinary. And so, from the ashes of breakfast, a new chapter awaited, ripe with the possibility of strong and emotional graffiti love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.